गाबा से थोड़ी प्रतीक्षा करिएगा, एक बार आप बातचीत करते हैं सीएट के मैनेजमेंट से। कंपनी ने दूसरी तिमाही में बहुत ही शानदार नतीजे पेश किए। कंपनी का मुनाफा करीब 26 गुना बढ़ा है, वही आमदनी में भी 5-6% की ग्रोथ देखने को मिली है। बातचीत करते हैं कंपनी के सीएफओ कुमार सुबैया से। सुबैया सर, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका सीएनबीसी आवाज पर। बेहतरीन नतीजे पेश किए आपने, ऑपरेशनल नंबर काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग, काफ़ी बढ़िया दिख रहे हैं, मार्जिन में सिग्निफिकेंट इंप्रूवमेंट देखने को मिला है। और दिलचस्प बात यह है कि सीएट के नंबर देख के पूरे टायर सेक्टर में जोश है। चाहे जिस कंपनी को देखिए, सब इस उम्मीद में है कि सबके नतीजे ऐसे ही आने चाहिए, आएंगे। तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग नंबर है। और अगर आप एबिटा देखें तो 456 करोड़ का कंपनी ने क्लॉक किया वाई। सुबह सर, क्या हाईलाइट है इतने बेहतरीन नंबर, कैसे, क्या रीजंस थे?
Okay, I will certainly talk about our operating performance. Before that, I also want to share with you that last quarter was a very important quarter for us. A few milestones that we had achieved that we are very happy with. One of them being we got the Grand Deming Prize. Okay, only tire company in the world and only company last year to have been recognized. So that's a great reassurance in terms of our focus on customers. Yeah, when it comes to your second question on what made us to report much better numbers. If you really see last 5 quarters, our margins have been improving quarter on quarter for 5th quarter in succession. Okay, and a few reasons are, one is that our revenue mix has been little more positive. We are focusing more on profitable, high margin, premium categories of tires. So that has played a role. Number two, we are growing as an organization, so we are able to get the benefit of scale. Third, we have been driving a lot of cost reduction, cost efficiency related projects. Okay, looking at zero-based approach to various elements of cost, and some of them have started yielding results. And last but not the least, there has been some correction in commodity prices till say middle of quarter one or later part of quarter one. Okay, and that also helped. So overall, I think multiple reasons have contributed to significant improvement in our margins in the quarter two.
Okay. दो चीज़ें आप कह रहे हैं कि आपने कह रहे हैं कि आपने प्रीमियम में फोकस किया और रॉ मटेरियल कॉस्ट एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट 1.5 मंथ लास्ट क्वार्टर में नीचे थे, जिसकी वजह से आपको एक फेवरेबल प्रोडक्ट मिक्स मिला और इसलिए आपकी ग्रॉस मार्जिन में करीब 2.25% की क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर देखने को मिली। और ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट मार्जिन जो है 15% पे था, जिसमें 8% का उछाल है वाई और 2% क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर। सर, ये जो अब तो रॉ मटेरियल के प्राइसेस ऊपर हैं लास्ट 40-50 दिनों से कम, क्या ये जो नंबर्स हैं, ये मार्जिन्स खास तौर पे ये मेंटेन हो पाएंगे आगे? और जो प्रीमियमाइजेशन आपने किया है, प्रोडक्ट मिक्स आपने बनाया है, आई एम होपिंग कि प्राइस राइज भी लिया होगा आपने, ये सब कुछ आगे मेंटेन होगा?
We feel that we should be able to manage within a range. Okay, and the 15% margin that we have achieved is the highest in the last many years, last 6 years or so. And also an absolute EBITDA for the first time crossed about 400 crores during the quarter. As you rightly mentioned, from middle of quarter two onwards, we are seeing upward movement in the crude oil prices. Consistently, it's hovering around $90. In fact, there were weeks that it was hovering around $95. And second, our currency is also depreciated. Okay, and rupee now is hovering around 83.20, 83.30 in that range. So these two things we expect it to have little adverse impact on our raw material costs, in the sense that it looks like the best is behind us in terms of raw material costs. We managed to bring our raw material costs down in quarter two versus quarter one. Maybe we'll see some upward movement in quarter three. But we also would like to use other cost levers to bring more efficiencies, and that would help in margins. Better product mix could also help. Within the range, maybe we'd like to operate. Difficult to say whether we'll be able to sustain 15% margin in quarter three, considering increase in raw material costs, but it should be within a range.
What will be the range?
I think the range would be 13% plus or minus 1 to 2% is the range at which.
And you mentioned some other levers to reduce the cost. What are those?
Sorry, I didn't hear your question.
What properly. Are other levers you are mentioning will reduce the cost?
No, there are other levers. Look, we're continuously working on it. We are looking at improving the profitability of some of our older plants, where we were losing money. We are also looking at efficiencies in supply chain. We're looking at more efficiencies in the procurement space, overall operating expenses. These are some of the things that would contribute. And we continue to work on factory efficiencies, particularly bringing down the scrap, reducing the energy cost through various
Okay.
measures.
Sir, आपने इस समय what is your current debt and how much you have reduced in last quarter?
This is again a good story. For the last 3 quarters, we have been reducing our debt. In the quarter 2, our debt came down by about 103 crores gross debt, and similar level in quarter 2 also. And in quarter 4 of the last financial year also, you would recall we reduced it by about 250 crores. So it's about 450 crores in the last 3 quarters.
And what was the capex in Q2?
See, capex was about close to about 170 crores in quarter 2, and we spent about 220 crores in quarter 1. So it's about 380, 390 crores is what we have spent in the first half of the year.
So मेरा सर एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन, मुझे ये बताइएगा कि अभी हमने थोड़ी देर पहले मेंशन किया, एक रिपोर्ट भी है ये कि जो फर्स्ट फोर्टनाइट है अक्टूबर की, उसमें फ्यूल सेल्स गिर गई है, स्पेशली डीजल की, जबकि इस महीने में गिरनी नहीं चाहिए. जुलाई में गिरती है बिकॉज ऑफ मॉनसून, अगस्त में थोड़ा इम्पैक्ट रहता है, लेकिन ये एकदम फेस्टिवल के पहले आके वो गिरी है. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि ये कोई ट्रेंड है, ये मे बी वन ऑफ. इसके साथ ही मैं अगर सीवी सेल्स को भी जोड़ दूँ, इसमें कोई ट्रेंड, कोई कंसर्न आप देख रहे हैं?
See, we are not seeing any concern. Normally, quarter 3 is our lowest revenue quarter among the 4 quarters. So therefore, in general, we are a little prepared for it. We are not seeing that kind of a decline in our tire sales in the first 2 weeks of the current month. Okay, and we hope festive season would go well, and we would be able to get some growth year on year. That's what we are looking at. But we are not really unduly worried about what has happened in overall in the first 2 weeks. And as that impact on our own sales has been very marginal.
फर्स्ट हाफ का ईपीएस है 87 रुपीज़, जो कि पहले काफ़ी कम था. तो बहुत एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डनरी नंबर कंपनी ने पेश किए, कमेंडेबल है सर, बहुत शुभ बधाई आपको इसके लिए. लेकिन ये कहना फेयर होगा कि इतना हाई मार्जिन शायद मेंटेन नहीं होगा, 1-2% हियर एंड देयर, 13% होगा जो आप कह रहे हैं. और इसको मेंटेन करने के लिए कॉस्ट के जो दूसरे तरीके हैं रिड्यूस करने के, सप्लाई चेन इंप्रूवमेंट करना, ऑपरेटिंग लेवरेज का, वो सब आप करेंगे जिससे नंबर्स मेंटेन हो पाएंगे. राइट सर?
Yes, absolutely right.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much and congratulations and best wishes for the next quarters.
Thank you. Nice talking to you. Thank you.
CEAT एक बहुत ही शानदार नंबर, और इतने शानदार नंबर कि पूरे सेक्टर के टायर कंपनियों की स्टॉक्स में तेजी आ गई है. बहुत बेहतरीन नंबर कंपनी ने पेश किया, डेट रिडक्शन भी किया है.